Welcome back. The race for critical minerals heating up as the U.S. works to break its dependence on foreign supply chains and become more independent and bring more nuclear energy production to America. Uranium is at the center of this effort, and I spoke with Energy Secretary Christopher Wright as far back as last year about the push to expand domestic uranium production. Watch.
I mean, we've heard us talk about before bringing uranium enrichment back to the United States, but after you enrich uranium, you need to turn it into a form that can be used as fuel in nuclear reactors. So we just announced the first licensing we're going to do to a Tennessee-based company to scale up from bench scale to producing commercial fuel for nuclear reactors. Yeah, part of President Trump's effort to relaunch the American nuclear industry. It's been talked about for 20 years. We're going to make it happen.
One company playing a bigger role in that supply chain is Energy Fuels. The company, one of America's largest uranium producers, is now expanding its White Mesa mill in Utah to produce heavy rare earth elements. Joining me now is the president and CEO of Energy Fuels, CEO Ross Bhappu. Ross, great to have you this morning. Thanks so much for being here.
Well, Maria, thank you so much for having me. We've admired you for so many years, and it's great to be here.
I so appreciate that. Thank you, Ross. Now, I want to get to the uranium part of the story, but first, let's talk critical minerals, because we know this competition with China and the way that China has held back some of these critical minerals, bullying the world. China has spent decades building this dominance in rare earths, controlling much of the global processing needed to turn those minerals into magnets, which power today's economy. How would you assess that market right now?
Well, it's a challenging market. We're at the mercy of China. We import 95% of the magnets that we need to produce vital, important things in everyday life. And we talk about magnets, but really people I don't think, appreciate where we use magnets, whether it's in your iPhone, your electric vehicle, your regular commercial vehicle, airplane actuators, you name it. We use these magnets every day in our lives, and we don't really realize it. And it's all coming from China today. So we're doing our part to fix that.
And on a federal level, the U.S. is investing in new projects at home and abroad to build that supply chain independent of Beijing. I want to get your take on where the big opportunities are right now for your company and what you believe is the expert sort of value that you're bringing to this process.
Yeah, thank you, Maria. So the biggest challenge in rare earth processing is the separation. So you can mine this material, but separating it, producing the oxides is critical. But the next step in the value chain is then turning those oxides to metals. And so earlier this year, we announced the acquisition of ASM, Australian Strategic Materials. That takes our oxides produced at the White Mesa mill and converts them to metals and alloys. And then more recently, about a month ago, we announced the acquisition of Vacuum Schmelz, a German. It's the world's foremost producer of magnets, and I'd love to talk a little bit more about what those magnets mean, but that next step in the supply chain then gives us the full mine to magnets platform. And we believe we're the U.S. foremost leader in commercial Western supply chains for mines to magnets. And if I could just add, those magnets, again, are used everywhere, and they're prolific, and we import them from China today. And so it's a vitally important step. And the choke points are separations, it's metal making, and it's magnet manufacturing. And we believe that we have great capabilities there.
Well, I mean, the U.S. used to own that as well, but we sold the company that was doing the refining to China so many years ago. And you make the right point in terms of these magnets. It's not just like our phones and our telecom equipment. This is also being used by the military.
Absolutely. Absolutely. When you think about these magnets are used in the actuators that drive the ailerons on airplanes. They're used in engine components that have to operate at extremely high temperatures. And so you have to have these very high quality magnets to be effective. And Maria, the missing ingredient in all of these is the heavy component, the heavy rare earth minerals. Those are minerals called dysprosium and terbium. And sort of the holy grail for producing these magnets is the terbium and dysprosium. We announced earlier this week that we were installing a commercial facility to produce dysprosium and terbium from our rare earth feedstocks. And that's a game changer. Those heavy rare earth minerals will go to our two facilities, ASM and soon to be VAC. At VAC, we'll convert those into the rare earth magnets. And again, the rare earth magnets are not just a magnet like you had in your chemistry or science classes in school. These are highly engineered, sophisticated solutions that that go into, robotics and as I said, the electric vehicles and actuators on airplanes. And to give you a sense of the acquisition that we just did and the construction that we're about to partake on, or that we've broken ground on, is our facilities will produce enough magnets to produce 800,000 electric vehicles. 4 million ICE vehicles, internal combustion engine vehicles, a billion. Think about it, a billion iPhones we could produce from our processing facilities in Sumter, South Carolina. So we are a major, substantial player in this field.
I love this story and love what you're doing. We understand how critical this is. I spoke with U.S. Rare Earth CEO Barbara Humpton about this and how the U.S. is trying to help companies like yours and hers. Here's what she said. Watch.
China has had, they have access to about half of the rare earths required. And we believe that their future economy will consume much of what they have. Here's the whole premise. We need additional access to rare earths and the oxides that are processed from them. And having rare earths in oxide form gives us the ability to make critical metals and magnets. We know one of the weakest links has been processing. We are now piloting at our Hydromet demonstration facility the separation of these critical rare earths. This is the power of the work of the entire value chain.
And isn't it true that this is an opportunity for government to work with the private sector to codify these executive orders that the president has put in place to ensure that the permitting is helping you do just that?
Yeah, that's absolutely right. This administration has been extremely supportive of growing this sector, and it's so valuable and so incredibly important. Maria, I'd like to just come back to one point that Barbara said, and that is we actually have been producing and separating these rare earth minerals at commercial scale for some time. We're way beyond pilot scale. We're producing 1,000 tons of NdPr, the critical component to these magnets. Our additional facilities that we're building now are commercial scale. So I agree with her that the separations and processing is the critical component. But the exciting thing for Energy Fuels is that we've gone beyond that. We are now at commercial scale across the board. And with the acquisition, we chose to acquire existing companies that are already doing this, doing the metal making, that are doing the magnet manufacturing. VAC, for example, has over 1,000 customers. They produce 2,000 products, all in the magnet-related area. Interestingly, they've produced over 1 billion magnets. Think about that, over 1 billion magnets in the last 10 years. So it's an incredible amalgamation of some really valuable assets. And our approach to it was, let's not try to recreate the wheel. Let's acquire and merge and combine our expertise on the separation side with the downstream processing side. And we feel like that's a solution to win in this space, because it is a challenging space, and it's dominated by our Chinese counterparties.
Absolutely. Well, we so appreciate your efforts, Ross. We'll be watching the story and the growth story of Energy Fuels. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Maria. Great to be here.
And to you, Ross Bhappu, joining us. Stay with us. We'll be right back. You're watching Mornings with Maria, live on Fox Business.